All right, we are live, not Memorex, right? All right, good evening and welcome to Tuesday Night Live, well, which is actually now What's Up in with Your Universe with Laura B. And if you don't know who Laura B is, you are definitely in for a treat. And welcome, Laura. How's your universe and what's up with your universe this week?
Hi, Josh, and hello, everyone. As always, it's so nice to see everyone here. I just want to say a few quick hellos. I saw people popping in early, so thank you for being here. Hello, Scotty Boy. Hello, Victor of Truth Wave Energy Meditation. If you have not checked out Victor's energy meditation, I highly recommend doing so. Um, Very powerful energy. Good stuff. He goes live 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely check out those meditations. Hello, Carl. Hello, Millie. Hello, Dale. Let's see who else is here. I saw Suzette, Care Bear. Hello. Teresa of Wounds to Wisdom, hello. Thank you for joining us. Chris the Volunteer, good evening. I said Suzette already. Let's see. Karen Suki, good evening. Nice to have you here. And I believe that's everyone who has joined us so far. So, once again, everyone, it's just such a wonderful community here. I really enjoy our time together. Tuesday nights have really become a special part of my routine and my spiritual practice. Hello, Nathan. Thank you for joining us. So, for those of you who don't know me, but I think all of you do know who I am, I'm Laura, and I read tarot and oracle. I also practice Reiki. I do have the Reiki Master certification. So that is just a couple of the things that I do. I provide personal tarot and oracle readings where you can find me on my website, www.letspiritguide.com. You can also feel free to email me if you have any questions, laura@letspiritguide.com. You can also find me on Instagram @letspiritguide_. If you would like to book any of my services, you may do so right through my website. I offer a 3-card tarot spread where you can ask one question and I email the response back to you. I also offer 30-minute and 60-minute tarot readings where you can ask multiple questions. Those are usually live and interactive, but if you prefer, I can create a video and email it to you. I also provide Reiki healings, and those sessions are 30 minutes, and those are live and interactive over Zoom. So that's a little bit about me. I have been reading tarot with Josh, I believe August or September of 2024. It was the first time I came on Josh's channel, and it has just become such a joy to be here. So that's just a little about me, and thank you all again for being here. You're on mute.
I know. I'm trying to tap the screen, right? And I can't get the screen tap. I was trying to pop your stuff up there as well. And for some reason, the screen shrunk, and then it's like trying to find your information, which is star, got like this small here. And so I'm like trying to move around the screen there. So yeah, you got to be really careful doing this on the phone. You can really fat finger yourself silly here and really send this off into an oblivious state here. So you got to be careful. But Laura, if you've not dealt with Laura before, if you've not been here before, you are definitely in for a treat. Laura is amazing. Her energetics are. If you've been here, anybody in the chat will give you a testimonial here for sure. Laura's absolute fire here. And so you are definitely in for a treat. The way this works, real simple. We're going to take the first 6. And we've already got Carl. So, Carl, we've got you, and you're out of the country. They're already in the AM. So we definitely don't mind getting you first there. So we'll take the next 5. So if you want to put your questions in the chat there, and at least 50% of it in all caps, something to grab my attention, stars, what have you. Hit me over the head with it. Whatever works for you, I will grab it and throw it, your name down here where I take notes and channel behind Laura. So it's kind of unique. So I'll take your question, put it to the side. Laura will do your reading, and then I'll come behind and do channeling with Saint Germain, Isis, Kuan Yin, and whatnot, to give you energetics. We're never overstepping what Laura states, and Laura's, if you watched before, Laura is quite accurate. I come behind with the channeling just to give it an interesting energetic flair more than anything else. But yeah, Scotty Boy's channel, I've never known him to post a video there, but why not? Subscribe to Scotty. Everybody subscribe to Scotty Boy. And so yeah, but so if you're watching in the rewind or the replay, please do subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when I go live. Please do also hit the thumbs up. Please, the more you interact with the chat, even if you just double tap on the screen a couple of times here and there, what we've learned, it interacts with the algorithm, and not that Al Gore has any rhythm. And of course, Tipper Gore wanted to take away all our music, but that's another story. But tap on the chat there, and it'll actually interact with YouTube if it sees that you're just moving it around. And so that helps as well. So what we're going to do here, we've got Carl, so please put your questions in the chat. I'm going to pass it off to Laura. If you get a reading, if you don't, if you just enjoy Laura's amazing and awesome energy, you can please do consider a donation. Universe, of course, works if we connect the circle here. And in this universe, when we receive, we give with money, generally speaking. Unless you want to drop Laura a car or something, she wouldn't mind, but or a gold bar or something in the mail. Otherwise, it's generally Venmo or PayPal, right? And so you can hit her up. Her PayPal and Venmo is there. And if you want a personal reading, as Laura stated before, letspiritguide.com is her website. You can email her directly and just say, hey, I need some help. Laura at letspiritguide.com, and she will get in touch with you. And if you've been out on the interwebs before and looked at pricing for tarot and oracle and such, and Reiki sessions with a Reiki master, Laura's prices are amazing, and her energetics, as you will find out, are as well. I'm going to leave it to Laura here, guys. Welcome everybody who's here. And exactly, Carl's got the same question there. Scotty's got a channel? Question mark. And so I'm going to leave it all here. And of course, Scotty, your question here, I think Laura answered that there, but she said the gray socks. We love you, Scotty. More of that, please. We are grateful to have you here, but the gray socks for sure, right?
Absolutely. That's my psychic prediction all the way. I saw gray socks, and that's what we're going with.
There we go, Scotty. All right. So if you have a question, throw it into the chat there. Laura's going to start us off, and don't leave, guys. At the end there's an amazing pick a card as well, but Laura's going to start us off with a group reading, and we are grateful. Laura, thank you for taking your time to be here with us. I know that this soul is grateful, and I know anybody who gets a reading, generally the feedback I get from you is just about this whole show is just fire. So guys, if you can feel free to drop Laura an email as well, just thanking her, or if you have questions about your reading, but just you are amazing. Always is nice to see in your email as well. So I'm gonna leave it to Laura here, guys. I'll be in and out of the chat announcing who's next. So I will read who's next. I'll keep going through the list as we go through. As we get to your name, please do say hello in the chat. And if you want to add, and it does help Laura, if you want to add to what she's saying there, in the chat, we'll post it on the screen, and Laura will read it as she's going through your reading, and it does help her energetics if you give feedback, I should say. So Laura, I'm going to pass it off to your awesome self here, and please take it away.
Okay. So as Josh was saying, we start off the show with a group reading. So I'm going to get group message for all of us here, and then I will answer your individual questions. If you asked a question last week or the week before, that's fine. You can ask a question again this week. However, please do not repeat the same question over and over. It's just going to get very jumbled answers. So make sure that your question is different. I say usually, ideally, you want to wait 3 months to see any type of change, but I can answer the same question if you've waited a month. Other than that, just make sure that your question is different if you asked a question last week. Otherwise, like I said, it won't be as accurate. Let's just leave it at that. And after I answer the individual questions, I will do a quick pick a card so that everyone gets a personal message. So thank you all for being here. And I see that we have some more people who have typed in questions and who have joined us. So hello, Bath Maven. Hello, Anna. And hello to my husband, Patrick. Thank you for joining us. So what I'd like to do here is just start off with our group message. So I'm just going to connect in with the group's energy tonight. And I would like to get a message from our soul, because our soul holds the blueprint for this incarnation and every other incarnation we have had. Our soul knows exactly what to do, when to do it. And if we just listen and just create space for quiet, your soul will speak to you. But let's see what our soul would like us to know right now. And I'm going to use the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Hello, Leah. Thank you for joining us. So we have another new person here. Thank you for joining. Okay. What would our soul like us to know? Let's get one card. And I see this one right here peeking out at me. Okay, so the card that I drew for us is open. Say yes. Expand the extremes. Trust life. And this is what this card looks like. Now, what I see here is that we're questioning, is this the right step for me to take? Am I on the right path? I also see us asking, how do I manifest my desires? And what spirit in our soul would like us to know this week is say yes. Say yes more often. Say yes to life. Say yes to the opportunities in front of you. Even if you don't know where the road is taking you, or if it seems like something that you normally wouldn't do, that's your soul helping you to grow and expand. And expanding through extremes. But what I'm getting here is I'm seeing a lot of water. And for me, water is symbolic of emotion. Feel your emotion. You can expand through emotion, whether that emotion is of the highest vibration, which is love, joy, happiness, or even those lower vibrational emotions. It's important to feel them because they're all teaching us something. And the universe is saying to trust. But what I really see here for the group is to be open. Some of us are standing in our own way, and it's time to just push any doubt away and just trust. Trust in yourself, trust the universe, trust the path that you are on. And I'd like to get a theme for us for this week. So I'm going to use the tea leaf fortune cards to get a theme for us. Let's see. Oops, and I have one coming right to me, so we're going to take it. Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. So this is a little different than the tower in the traditional tarot. This tower is talking about building a strong foundation for whatever it is that you're trying to manifest in your life. You really want to put in some good, honest, hard work. And it doesn't have to be big, gigantic steps. As long as you're taking steps, slow, small, steady steps add up over time. But this is a time for taking action. Act on your dreams. Build on your experiences. Build on the knowledge that you already have. Refine your skills and continue taking aligned action this week. And let's see, as a group, what are we manifesting? Okay. What are we manifesting this week? Let's get one card. Oh, and I see this one here. Whoops. Okay. So the card that I drew for us is Memories of Love. And what this card says to me is that this is to do with our past, but I see this as past inspiration, past joys, past love, that it's returning to us. And we're starting to reignite some passion, reignite. I see the light here. We're reigniting our passion and our love for specific projects, but I also see for some of us this has to do with people from our past returning, and this could be for a reconciliation. This could also be because there were some loose ends that were never tied up. So I feel like things are coming back around. That's really going to create this joy, this love, this spark of energy for us. And I'm seeing like flow here. This again is emotional energy. So we're manifesting some happier, more positive, high vibrational emotions. And for some, this is heart healing as well. And I'm hearing like this echo, and I'm not sure what this is all about. Just seeing what more comes through here, what Spirit's telling me. Okay, so Spirit's talking about things coming back around for us. So if something from your past didn't work out the way that you had expected, or perhaps you had to put it aside, now is the time to rekindle your love for that particular project or that particular goal that you had. So that's what I see manifesting for us this week. And now let's look at what will assist us in working with this energy. What's going to assist us in working with this energy? And this is the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Let's get one card here. And okay. So the card that I drew is Judgment. And this is what this card looks like. And let's see. Get a better look there. Judgment card. And this is talking about awakening. And I see what will help us and assist us in working with this energy this week is calling on our spiritual team, awakening to the fact that there isn't just this physical reality, that there's a whole spiritual reality. There is a universe and energy that is waiting to work with us and assist us on our path. And what Spirit's saying is be aware of the signs, the synchronicities. Be aware of your spiritual team. Call on your higher self. Call on your soul. Call on your spirit guides for assistance in working through any of this energy. And also to start asking yourself, where in my life do I need to make changes? What is not aligned with the goals that I am trying to achieve? And also to ask yourself, what lessons have I learned along my path? And a lot of times, the lessons are going to be found in those difficult moments. So think about the trial and errors and the difficulties that you have faced and overcome in your life. What lesson did you learn from that? Awaken to your potential, awaken to your true self, awaken to the universe. That will assist you in creating this loving, high vibrational existence that you would like. And let's get one last message for the group. Which angel would like to work with us this week? Let's get one card. Which angel would like to work with us this week? Okay. So this message comes from Archangel Raguel. So this week, call on Archangel Raguel. I can bring balance to unhealthy relationships. Call upon me for both personal and professional conflicts that need healing. And the affirmations you can use. All my relationships are harmonious and healthy. All conflicts in my life fade away. And these are your affirmations. So that is what I have for the group. I am sending you all so much love and so many blessings.
All right. Minor technical issue on my end here. For some reason, the screen wanted to and shrunk everything down. I couldn't find the chat. Somehow Carl's chat disappeared and Laura's stuff disappeared, but we got it all repinned there. So it should still be pinned in the comments up there. Hopefully it didn't disappear up there. But either way, we'll throw it onto the screen here. All right, so now outside of Scotty Boy's question with the socks there, we have Carl, Teresa, and Suzette, and maybe not completely in order. I know Carl was first. So if you have a question, and if Teresa and Suzette are mixed up, I apologize. But otherwise, if you have a question there or would like a question, we still have three slots. There we go. Center myself. 3 slots left. So if you would like a question, please throw it into the chat and I will grab it. And of course, as we call your name, please just say hello in the chat so we can integrate the energies a little bit more. And we know that we're talking to a live, not Memorex person, and that you're here. And otherwise, and of course, Laura, that was an amazing reading. Thank you. And Adele and Beatrice, you are both welcome for the wrench. We are grateful to have you guys here. All right, so let's go into the start. Now I couldn't see the start comments either, so it got really weird. But everyone, there we go. There's another question. All right, so every once in a while they mess around with the programming of this, and so it gets there it goes again. So it gets a little weird.
Nathan, yeah. He has asked a question as well.
All right, I will dig it up, Nathan. It's probably fresher. I know we're at the start at least. Nathan, I will look through the chat there and find that. So let's go in and grab Carl's question, which is now at the end here. And there it is. All right. So, Carl, you are up. If you want to say hello in the chat, that would be blessed. And if you have any comments while Laura is reading you, please throw them up. I will do my best to keep track and throw them on the screen as well. So, Laura, here we go with Carl.
One moment,
yeah.
Josh, before you disappear on me.
Please.
How many readings do we have so far?
With Nathan would be 4.
Okay.
And again, if Leah has a question, then I'll put Leah down here as well.
People here that want a reading, and so readings will now be closed. So
off the hook as well. Okay. So yeah, they are closed. So I've got Leah. So what I've got is Carl, Teresa, Suzette. Nathan, Leah, and Off the Hook, if that's what I'm seeing based on what
Well,
I've got here. I don't know. Let me see who we've got. Because I was working with the chat. Sometimes, like I said, Jolly. Oh, there's a question from Jolly as well. So, all right. So Nathan. All right. So we'll start with Nathan here. I'll go backwards from there. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I can't keep up because of the chat goes a little crazy, and they've reprogrammed this. So trying to find the move the chat around isn't as easy as it actually used to be. But I'm going to get Carl going here, and I will work through the chat. And
okay.
let me get Carl pulled up here. And bear with me, guys. I apologize if there's a mix-up. We're not trying to have one or anything. But Carl, you are up to bat. So there we go. All right.
Okay, so Carl, I do see your question up here on the screen. Okay, so Carl is looking for that good news to come in. All right. Let me just connect in with your energy for a moment. Okay. So, Carl, let's take a look at what your guides would like you to know. Now, timing is a little hard to predict with tarot, so I can't guarantee that I will see things happening before the end of March. But let's take a look at this good news and this deal coming through. What would your guides like you to know? Let's get one card for Carl for what's going on here. Okay, so Carl, the card that I drew for you is Foundation and Achievements. And this is what this card looks like. And what I see here for you, Carl, is that you have already done the work, that you have the skills and you have knowledge, and you have already been building a foundation here to achieve your goals. And I see the rainbow here, and the rainbow is creating, it's like a bridge is what I'm seeing. So in order to get from point A to point B, you're looking to bridge the gap, and you're asking, what is it that I need here? And I see the month of April as being significant because I'm seeing the number 4. And it's like, and I'm seeing like the energy moving. You're waiting to get to the other side. And I do see that there are other people involved here. And it's happy. There will be recognition. Recognition for you is what I'm seeing here. But what I see is that recognition comes through the assistance or from assistance from others. And I'm seeing also that this will affect your home, that it will raise the vibration in your home. It will make things feel more stable, happy, and peaceful. And what Spirit is saying to you is to celebrate your accomplishments, celebrate what you've achieved. Celebrate every win, as this will help to raise your vibration. This will help to bring in more good. But Spirit's also saying to keep working, keep doing what you're doing, keep taking action along the way. that it's important for energy to continue to move. That rather than sitting and waiting and looking for the results, to just let go, and continue taking action, and results will come. And let's see what action you can take to align with this energy. So, Carl, what action can you take to align with this energy? And I'm seeing this card here. Okay. And it's the same thing that I just said, because the card that I drew for you is positive movement forward. And this is what this card looks like. And this is talking about continuing to build on what you have already laid out, the plans that you've already put into place, the foundation that you've already built. Continue to build upon it. Continue taking aligned action. Continue moving. Because we want to stay in the flow rather than stopping and waiting. Just continue to move. Refine your skills if you need to. But look towards the light is what I'm also seeing. Spirit's talking about, even though things may seem tough and it may seem like you've been playing the waiting game for a while, that you've had to work, and you're looking for results and saying, where are those results? Don't allow that to get you down. That it's okay to feel down at times, but don't let it become your primary vibration or your primary emotion. To continue to look towards the light. Imagine how you'll feel when you have achieved your goals. Imagine what your life will look like when you have achieved your goal. That things are moving. You're moving towards happier, more uplifting times. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here? And Spirit's talking about continue to learn. Continue learning whatever you can learn. That life's journey, part of life's journey is to be a learner. So let's get one more. One more card for Carl. What is the likely outcome here for Carl? And I see this one here. Okay, and this is a beautiful outcome. Fertility. And that is growth. That is abundance. That is creation. That is tapping into that divine feminine. And what I see here is you following your intuition. Your intuition and your senses will be more heightened, and you will know what action to take. You'll just intuitively know it. So you will start to see the fruits of your labor. So, Carl, that is what I have for you. I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, guys, bear with me. I only have half of the chat start. My screen disappeared. I lost the entire video. I had to come back into this video. It was gone. I was looking at the time on my home of my computer or my phone. Everything disappeared. I only have half of the chat from the beginning, guys. So I'm gonna ask you to put your questions in again. Carl, I got you. Suzette, we're done. But you're good. Suzette, I got you. Teresa, I got you. And Nathan, I got you. Jolly and Off the Hook would be be the last two. There's an Anna in there as well, which we will throw in to get a sixth, seventh. You guys all threw your questions in at the exact same time when my compute phone was down. Fortunately, life kept going. And so
I can see all the starred questions on my end. So
if
if
you
you
can,
want me to
if
tell you
you,
what they are.
yeah, if you can see them, but I can't, I don't have any access. When I came back, the chat started from where I was, and there was no start anything in my stars. So from that's why I had to retype
So I can
the
see
stuff.
them. I have
But you
wounds
can't.
to wisdom, then
Okay.
that.
Can but you don't have any access to put them on the screen though, so that's the only issue. But
No, but I can see them and I can read them out loud.
then we can do that. That's fine. So then, as far as what we've got, and I
Then I,
apologize, guys. Go ahead.
then I have Jolie James, then
Yeah,
Anna, then Off the Hook, then Nathan.
Anna, then Nathan. Okay, Nathan. As long as you don't, Nathan technically was second, but he disappeared from my chat completely. So Nathan would be next, and then off the hook, and then Anna would be last.
Okay.
So,
So
I
that's
guys, so a little bit of a difference tonight. You won't see the question up there. Welcome to Mercury retrograde, right? But they reformatted everything and trying to get the chat just to fit. It reset the whole screen. So now the chat's like this big on the screen. But we're working through it. But sorry, guys, but I appreciate it. And so I won't have your direct question up there. For some of them, I do. And if you want to retype your question and throw it in there, I'll start. And that would be fine. But otherwise, guys, yeah, we'll keep going. So let me grab here. Carl, thank you. Appreciate it. And I'm still had to take notes here too for Carl. So it gets a little hairy sometimes running this thing here, but appreciate it, especially with the Mercury retrograde, the phone shutting down on me here. But at least it didn't kill the video, which is, I am grateful whether I was there or not. All right, Carl, we are grateful that you are here. We are channeling this Saint Germain through Josh for you to you today. Lara, we are grateful for your amazing energetics and we thank you. And thank you everybody in the chat. This is Mercury retrograde, right? So if your phone or something goes goofy, and that's the worst thing that happens, we are back in the video is not going crazy or anything else, and we are grateful. Carl, we are grateful to have you here, get you to bed, right? So we are seeing the skills and knowledge, right? And Rainbow's been coming up in a lot of people's universes. So welcome to the Rainbow universe, bringing the light that is coming through, right? We have been having crazy CMEs and everything else. So bring in that light. And April 4th, what is 4th? April 4th, that would be Josh's mother's birthday, huh? But nonetheless, far, the universe has your back, right? So recognition, right? Far is the number of recognition, right? So April 4th, you are going to be recognized. And if you go to Joanne's Sacred Scribes, you will see far as you are being recognized by your angels, right? So keep taking the good action that you are doing. You are taking action. If it doesn't show right away, that means that the longer, here's the positive thing. The longer you don't see return in your universe for positive actions means that the universe is bringing you better than you expect, right? If you are taking weeks or months for something in your universe and you're doing positive and amazing things, but nothing is changing, when it changes, it's going to blow up like amazing, right? So what are the results? They are there. And then we get the fertility card, right? So you are bathing the new results. You have to let the universe bring it to you. Sometimes it takes a little while, but trust. Have faith, and it will come to you. We are grateful for you, Carl. We are grateful for all of you out there. Mercury retrograde, right? Have we had any real issues? Have you had any issues? Probably not. If this is as bad as it gets, we are grateful, right? So there you go. And it's not bad. It's there you see. It's how you choose to see the energies in your universe. Carl, we are grateful for you. Keep coming back. Lara, amazing reading. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Carl. Let's take you off the screen there. And so next is going to be Nathan. Thank you guys for all your patience there in the chat. Now I got to dig through and find Nathan's chat here. Let's unstop Carl. And we'll grab Nathan here. There we go. All right. And I have Off the Hook's chat in there as well. Off the Hook, I do have yours in there. All right. So Nathan, you are up to bat. And we thank you. And thank you, Carl. And he said 4 is my personal year there. And yeah, you might have put other things there about digging through the chat there. So I apologize there. But Nathan, you are up to bat. So go ahead there, Laura.
So Nathan, and I did see who the pop in and F Kitty. Hello, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate you here. And Josh, could you add Leah to the list because she was originally on the list, but her question did not get starred. And then that's it. I can't do any more.
Absolutely. And again, I do apologize. Like I said,
okay.
the screen disappeared and then the chat went And when I came back, it was only from where I came back. So a good portion of the chat, it was gone. So I apologize. But yeah, absolutely. I've got her on the list here as well. So let me just go over Carl. Then we have Nathan, Suzette, Teresa, Jolie, or Anne off the hook, and Leah. So maybe a little bit longer show here, guys, but we can do this. We got you. And again, thank you for your patience here. And we're grateful that you're all here. All right, Nathan, we love you as well. Stay warm. I know you're still up there in the great north there, so stay warm. Hopefully spring will hit soon. And Laura, take it away.
Okay. All right, Nathan, I'm just going to connect in with your energy here for a moment. And I do see your question up on the screen. Nathan's question is, can spirit help me learn what positive, benevolent forces? I'm not sure if I understand your question, Nathan. Oh, okay. How are these ancient benevolent forces helping you? Okay. That makes sense. All right. And I need you all to just give me one moment, okay? I'm sorry. I'm hearing some echoing in the background here. So give me one moment.
All right, guys, I'll bring myself back here. All right, so Laura's, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Trying to keep up with all because I have to take notes as well here because for Saint Germain to channel, so I know what because otherwise he goes through what I got, and so he can only channel what I know, so to an extent, and so it's yeah, gets a little hairy. But you're really welcome, Carl. We appreciate you. I'm gonna take off screen there, Nathan, for a sec. Carl, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And welcome to the Mercury retrograde, right? Edition of Seeks
Okay.
Heaven. Yeah, so we have, all right.
I
So
am really sorry about that. I was just hearing some echoing and I switched my microphone. Hopefully everything's okay now.
yeah, you sound great. So yeah, welcome to the Mercury
I don't
retrograde
hear it
edition.
anymore on my end. So
Cool. Carl
that's
says thank you there. He's headed to bed, and I'm going to drop Nathan back on the chat here. So Nathan, let me grab you. There you go, and I will pull you back up. There we go.
okay. Nathan, I'm sorry about that. So just clearing my mind, getting back into your energy. Okay. So let's get one card for you, Nathan, on this benevolent energy that's working with you. What can we learn about this? Let's get one card for Nathan. And I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So what I see here, I drew the card New Beginnings. And this is what this looks like. So what I see here, Nathan, is that you have learned some lessons. You've gone through some transition, some soul growth. And now you're beginning a new cycle and a new phase. And new guides have stepped in to work with you. And that's part of the cycle. We do have our familiar guides and our guardian angels that may work with us throughout our entire life. But as new lessons and new ascension is what I'm seeing takes place within our incarnation, it's not unusual for a guide that we've never worked with before to step in. And that's what I see for you here. And I see that they're working with you on a soul level as well as your physical level to create physical changes in your physical reality. But what I see is that this is more for your soul's ascension and soul growth. And I'm seeing this as karmic cycles that they're assisting in releasing any karmic lessons, any karmic cycles, any karmic people because they want to bring you to that next level of ascension. It's almost like this 0 point where there's no more karma. There's no more, I don't want to say no more lessons to be learned, because we're always going to be learning, but they're not cycles that you have to break. They're no longer karmic. And my crown is really tingling here. So they're wanting to show you, they're bringing your attention to what lessons or hardships are repeating in your life. Those are the lessons and the cycles that you want to break. And that's what they are here to assist you with. So let's look at what action you can take to work with this energy. And I see Nathan writes, "Thank you, Laura. I'm ending karmic cycles. I just want a new chapter, free from my past baggage, and I'll do as much shadow work as it takes." Okay, very good, Nathan. So let's see what action you can take here. A fresh start. That's what your guides are saying, that every day is a fresh start. You don't need to be hard on yourself for the past. We all have a past. No, not one of us here is perfect. We have all experienced things. We've all done things that we weren't happy about, but we learn and we move forward. Okay. So what action can you take here, Nathan? Let's get one card. I'm seeing this one here. Okay. Third eye chakra is the card that I drew for you. And this is what this card looks like. So Nathan, take time to meditate. Take time to activate your third eye. You can even, I don't know if you use essential oils at all, but if there's one that speaks to you, you can even anoint your third eye with essential oil, or you can tap on your third eye. And Spirit's talking about, pay attention to those visions that you get. Pay attention to any symbols, pictures, or words that you see in your mind's eye. Because that is the guide sending you messages. They're sending you messages through dreams as well. So write down your dreams also. Keep a journal and write down those times when you receive this clear vision, because all of those hold a message for you. All of those are assisting in bringing you to that next level of ascension. And let's get one last card for you, Nathan. Okay, so Nathan says, "I've been seeing light language, especially in my mind's eye, and I'll go grab my essential oil shortly." Wonderful, Nathan. Because that's how your guides are communicating with you, is through your clairvoyance. So let's get one last card for Nathan. What is the likely outcome here? And I'm seeing this card. Okay. So Nathan, the card that I drew for you is temptation. And this is what this card looks like. And Nathan, what Spirit is saying here is to keep your connection to Source. Even in those times when we feel disconnected, depressed, or lonely, if you find yourself using food or substances or television or whatever other distractions that may be around you, know that those are temporary, that you can overcome, because your guides want to assist you in overcoming those lower vibrational habits. So even when you're in those lower moments, don't forget that there is a higher power. Don't forget your connection to Source. Know that when you feel like you're struggling, you can still call upon your guides. And I do see you moving through that energy. But understand that the higher we ascend, and the more inner work that we do, the more things will come to the surface. So if you do face struggle and challenge, just continue to connect to Source. So Nathan, hopefully that resonates with you and that made sense to you. That is what I have. And I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right. Thank you there, Laura. Everybody take a moment and give favor to fire truck number 4 in the ambulance that's sitting in front of my apartment building. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's been a week. The energy's just kind of all of a sudden. So yeah, there's a fire truck that pulled up. I was like, what's this sound here? So I opened up my window, right? And closed it for better view, but for better light. But there's an ambulance and a fire truck sitting right up there. So if you can take a moment and send love to fire truck Longmont truck number 4 and the ambulance and whatever's going on, that would be blessed. All right. So again, if you do get a reading there, do consider a channel or a there. I'm losing my thoughts here. Sorry, guys. Do consider Mercury retrograde. Right? Do consider giving a donation to Laura. There, her Venmo and PayPal are right there. And of course, if you do need anything whatsoever, any sort of anything there, please. All right. So Nathan. We are grateful, Nathan. New beginnings. You have been working for a new beginning for a while, and hopefully we are seeing changes in your universe. Saint Germain wants to give love to the ambulance and fire truck that are outside Josh's window as well. So, but we are saying here, seeing new in your universe. You are starting to change. The question you have to ask yourself, Nathan, is what lessons are you repeating? Are you repeating the same lessons? And are you repeating them daily? Or are you allowing yourself to see what you are repeating? As Laura had stated there, if you are repeating lessons, then you need to see where. And if you want to make the changes, that is the thing you want to do. It's, of course, stop repeating them. And if you are repeating things, are you checking the energetics when you are doing things, or when your universe is this or that, right? So if you are repeating lessons in your universe or seeing Groundhog's Day, right? Are you checking your energies? You are looking for a fresh start, right? And we got the third eye chakra card, right? So we are seeing here to activate your third eye. And Laura had said to take your time to meditate, right? So are you grounding? We know you are in the north there, the maritime north, so stay out of the ocean, right? But the North Atlantic, where it's nice and chilly. So you are probably not outside grounding, I would imagine. But are you grounding yourself? Are you meditating? Are you taking the time to do tapping, as Laura stated, to rub oils on your third eye? That's a great idea. Are you eating healthy and taking care of Nathan as well? Are you getting up and showering? Are you doing your daily work? Whatever that is for you, you would only know, right? So for yourself, are you doing that, or are you not? And clear vision was another thing that she had stated. And of course, we are saying to get a clear vision, you need to see clearly by being out in nature, right? Get out of your four walls. You are seeing the four walls, you're going to see the same thing all the time. So Get out into nature. And of course, write down your vision, as Laura had stated. If you are not, you cannot have a vision if you are not holding it here and truly know what you are wanting. Can you look off to your left and see what you want for your universe as if it is sitting right there? That is the question. And do you have it on paper? Have you burned it into your third eye, right? What you are looking for. And you got the temptation card. So you are hearing to stay connected to source, right? Stay connected when you are in temptation. Do realize that if you fall for a temptation, you have a bad evening, right? Then you do X, Y, or Z. Nobody is going to fault you. You fault yourself. But do not lose your connection to your higher self. When you wake up in the dawning, right? In your Groundhog's Day, think about, are you going to repeat that in the evening? Are you going to repeat the lessons as well? Are you going to find what you are doing and learn the lessons, right? Instead of repeating over and over, wondering why your universe isn't moving forward. So for yourself, Nathan, you get to that temptation point, check your energies, right? Are you seeing what is moving me? Why am I here? And I want to do this, right? So if I am here, then what are the energetics? What is your energetic trigger of moving you into temptation, into that mode, right? So, but keep in mind, you can always call, like Laura said, call in your guides. They are always there for you. If you don't want to go into that mode, right, then stop. Remember, everything's just a thought. You do not have to act on anything you hear. You are the one who is creating all that, right? We are grateful, Nathan. We love you. Thank you. All right. There we go. The ambulance energy is really heavy out there. Favored. All right. So let's see who's next. Next after Nathan is Suzette. So go to start here. And Suzette, there we go. All right, so we found Suzette. Suzette's there. Most of you guys actually have Jolly, Anna off the hook. The only one I don't have is Leah, and I think I even have Teresa's in there. So I actually have most of these starred ones here. Was able to find them and dig them out of the chat there. So, all right, guys. So grateful. Thank you again for all the Mercury retrograde there. And let's go to Suzette. All right, Nathan, we love you, and may your universe find you moving forward. All right.
Okay. Suzette, nice to see you here. And I do see your question up on the screen. Did I do something wrong with how I handled my sister yesterday? Okay. So I'm just going to tap into your energy here. And Suzette, I feel like you've been in your mind a lot because I feel this pressure on my head, like I'm getting, I don't know, like a headache, like I'm replaying something in my mind. So let's see what that's about. All right, let's take a look at this situation here, Suzette. What do your guides have to say about the way you handled the situation with your sister? Let's get one card for Suzette. And I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So Suzette, the card that I drew for you is moving on. And this is what this card looks like. And what Spirit's talking about here is that there has been some difficulty, some struggle and strife. There's been some challenges that you've had to face. And how you handle them is the best that you know at that time. And it wasn't about anything that you did, but the struggle here that's happening in your mind is based on how you were perceived, or how you perceive that you were perceived, if that makes sense. But to remember that it's not up to you to handle other people's reactions, because that's what I'm picking up here, that there were reaction. And it's not that you did anything wrong. But now it's time to release the situation, to let it go, and to move forward. That is how you will find relief. And that is how you will move into calmer, more peaceful state of being. That you have to let the thoughts go. Because your thoughts about what you could have done, what you should have done, how things could have gone differently, maybe different words to use, that's the past, and we can't keep rehashing the past. Spirit's talking about, in this situation, you could have done and said everything perfectly, and it wouldn't have resulted in a different outcome. That you are not responsible for other people's reactions, thoughts, or feelings. So hopefully that's making sense to you, Suzette. But Spirit's urging you to let the situation go. Because there are calmer, brighter days ahead. But it's time to get back to your own inner peace. And let's get a card for what action can you take here. What action can you take to move into this calmer energy? Let's get one card for Suzette. I see this one here. Okay. And the card that I drew here is Power. And Spirit is talking about stand in your power. Stand firm. Don't allow others to take away your power. Don't allow others to make you feel less than, or that you are in the wrong, or that you are negative. That you know what your intentions were. You know what your intentions are. And that sometimes you have to be that lion. Sometimes you have to roar in order to show people that there is a boundary. Because this is about setting up that boundary, that wall around yourself of personal peace, inner strength, inner wisdom, and not allowing anything outside of that wall to get through and take you out of that place. So be strong. You can overcome anything. Don't allow the situation to control you. You control the situation by being strong. And let's get one last card for you, Suzette. What is the likely outcome here? Let's get one card for Suzette. And I see this one here. Okay, this is beautiful. The card that I drew is Heart Chakra. So what I see here is some heart healing. I see some opening and some softening of the heart. So Spirit's saying, send love to the situation. Send love to your sister. Send love to her higher self. And most of all, send love to yourself. So, Suzette, that is what I have for you. I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, Suzette. Thank you, Laura. Awesome. Awesome read. All right. So just as a quick catch up here, we have Teresa, Jelly, Anna, and off the hook. We had Leah at the end, but she just texted that she chatted that she had to run. Something came up. So Leah, if you're still hanging around, we got you next time, but much love. All right, Suzette, thank you, and we love you. And let's see here. There we go. We'll put that up there. Thank you so much. All right. Suzette, we are grateful that you are here, and we are grateful for you. And if you did your best with your sister, remember two things in your universe. You are not in control. Laura stated that you are not in control of how people react to the energetics that you are putting out. You are not in control of other people's energies at all. And so if somebody is not, there's nothing that you can do about it. You are not in control of their energies. As Laura stated that you have to center on yourself and learn to love yourself. You are not responsible. So you have to release. And it may not be easy. Sometimes releasing that, we understand the energies there, but for your best energy is to release the situation. You are stuck. It's a tough situation because your sister and then you and your mother, and your sister has the control that in the power of attorney. So from your end, it's about day to day releasing your sister and standing in your frame, right? You have to deal with her, but dealing with her from your frame and realizing you maybe you stop trying, right? You are realizing the energetics, so you make it a business relationship, right? Instead of, because we know you have been trying to reinvigorate the relationship with your sister for something to be less karmic, to be more loving, right? And you are getting the rebuff in your universe from your sister in every which way possible, and she is not treating you how you deserve to be treated. So if you're getting that rebuff from your sister, that energetic pushback, then maybe you are treating her like a businessman, right? So like, all right, this is what mom needs. We take care of it. Go in your universe, I go to mine. Plain and simple. And you keep it that way and keep it civil, but you keep it to business, right? We have God yourself. If you are trying to be better than her, right? A better being, right? Better energies, and you are trying to be of love, and she is just a brick wall, right? That you are smashing into, then you are doing what you need to do. Love yourself for trying. You cannot control her or the energy. So that's where your inner peace should come in is I did my best. I cannot control what she is. That's her problem. So if you can find that in yourself, stand in that, and you will see our heart chakra open, right? And you will send more love. Send her more love, and you will see who is the better, stronger soul. The one who is walking away all karmically, being of that negative energetics, heavy energies, or you trying to be of love and work to a common goal to take care of your mother, right? Well, she is the one. So you are maybe if you invert it, right? Who is the love and who is not? All right. Thank you, Saint Germain. Thank you, Suzette. Grateful. And I know we all know that you've been struggling with your sister there for a while. There's big love and favor that eventually something there in that whole universe, in that situation breaks open for you there. And so yeah, but remember, you're the bigger person because you're the one coming from love. She's the one coming from heavier karmic energies. So we love you, Suzette. And all right, so next it's going to be maybe out of order on my end here is Teresa. So we'll dig up Teresa, actually, right there. How awesome was that? All right. So, Teresa, welcome. And a great show today. If you're not subscribed to Wounds to Wisdom, Teresa there, she's taking her wounds and giving you wisdom because she's healed, but she's healed. And it's a really good, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And if anybody wants to put her channel in there, anybody with a wrench, that would be blessed. She went live today, and thank you. It was a really good show. All right, Teresa, you are up to bat.
Okay. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining us. So I do see your question up here on the screen. You'd like some guidance with this crazy energy this week. Is there a message you should be open to hearing? Okay. I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Okay, Teresa. So let's get a message for you. For Teresa. What would your guides like you to know? Okay, let's get one card for Teresa. Let me see this one. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is Spiritual Union. And this is what this card looks like. And what I see here for you is a relationship, a deep soul connection. And I see, I was drawn to my third eye as I was connecting in with your energy. And what I'm picking up here is that you have more than just a deep soul connection, but your thoughts, you're connected with thought. You're connected through images as well. It's like you and this other person. And I'm not seeing this as a romantic relationship. I'm seeing this as a close friend, perhaps someone that has similar business interests as you. But it's like you can read each other's mind. And your guides are talking about strengthening your relationship with those close to you. Like coming together. It's in the spirit's talking about putting your head together. Highly connected. Okay. So I see your comment here. I like that spiritual union. I don't have a romantic relationship. I have a best friend similar to me. Yes, we are highly connected. And that's wonderful. And spirit's talking about like putting your heads together, creating like one mind, one goal. I see like a collaboration here, but it's a collaboration also of the heart. Similar goals, similar interests, but yeah, I see some sort of collaboration here. And this collaboration could be as simple as just talking about your passions, talking about the thing that interests you most at this moment. But strengthen the bond between you, that you have a soul connection. You've incarnated together before. And this connection is to assist you in getting through this incarnation. You're here to assist each other with soul growth and personal growth. And this is a good week for getting together. I'm seeing like this coming together. Even if it's a phone call, it could be over tea, it could be anything, but just some type of connection. And let's get another card for you. What action can you take here? Let's get one card for Teresa. What action can you take to align with this energy? And I'm seeing this one here. Okay, and the card that I drew for you is spiritual strength. And this is what this card looks like. And Spirit's talking about, know that you have the strength to overcome any challenges in life. Know that you have strength to lift yourself up and to lift up others. To tap into that universal energy this week. And I'm seeing like my hands want to move here, feeling the energy. That I feel like you're good at this. You can feel energy around you. So Spirit's talking about the astral realm as well. Like, I'm not sure if you do any Akashic records reading for yourself, or perhaps even lucid dreaming. But Spirit's talking about tapping into that spiritual energy. And asking, what is it that you and this other person are teaching each other? That you have access. You have access to this knowledge, because I'm also seeing like overcoming. I'm seeing lifting each other up as well. That this is a week for connecting with those close to you and lifting each other up to overcome any obstacles or any, as you called it, the crazy energy surrounding you. And just to remember source and that higher power. And yes, I'm feeling lots of energy today. And the last few days, Reiki. Yes, and I do remember now you telling me that you are a Reiki practitioner as well. Yes. So even giving yourself a Reiki treatment or giving one to your pets, but feeling into that energy, feeling the energy around you moving. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here for you? One last card for Teresa. What is the likely, oops, and I see this one here. Okay. So Teresa, what I see is the card is positive movement forward. And what I see for you is that these crazy energies will subside, that you will move into a more calm, peaceful, steady waters. And I see some growth for you as well. And this growth is surrounding your material world. So, and that doesn't necessarily mean finances, but what I mean by the material world is your 3D reality. You will see some growth and some change and some movement to your 3D world. So, Teresa, that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that made sense and that resonates with you. And I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, now I think we got most of the technical issues out of the way here. Thank you there, Teresa, and thank you, Laura. All right, there's Laura's information. If you want to make a donation, if you've gotten a reading, it's not necessary, but it certainly helps to close the energetic circle. All the info is right there. It should still be pinned in the comments, even though I lost it on here. I had to repin it. All right, so Teresa says that is great and been feeling that movement. All right, Teresa. All right. Saint Germain, we are grateful for you, Teresa. Lara, you are always amazing, and we are grateful for what you do. And thank you for your energetics there. All right. So if you are wanting to leave a donation with Lara, please consider doing so. It's all pinned in the comments there. All right. So we are seeing your soul connection, your close friend, right? Which is are you putting a business together with your friend? Strengthening your relationships and putting your heads together, one mind and goal, right? So, what are you doing in your universe? What are you shifting there, Teresa? We are seeing that you are doing the YouTube, and we are grateful for what you are doing. So, everybody out there, please consider subscribing to Teresa's channel there, and she will make sure wounds to wisdom, right? That you are subscribing to her channel when she goes live, right? And she is here. You are here to assist each other in soul growth, as you are doing with all who are watching your channel as well. So you are assisting lots of people in soul growth there. And that for you is an amazing deal. So grounded to that friendship and watch your universe blossom, right? And your action card, spiritual strength. Know you have the strength to overcome any challenges, and you are stating that you are taking your wounds and you are turning them to wisdom on the YouTube. So you are showing people your strength. You're getting on YouTube, right? 99% of the planet who wants to do YouTube does what? Nothing. So you are on YouTube and you are doing it. So if you are already the wounds to wisdom because just action, taking the action alone, you are 99% moving forward than everybody else. Who only 1% of everybody who wants to do YouTube sits and actually has the cojones, right, to sit down and do the YouTube. So from your end, you are stepping into the energy. You are feeling the energy. You are teaching already. You are stepping into your role, right? You are seeing yourself as that energetic teacher as well. And you are calm and peaceful waters, right? So you are changing things for yourself. You are the calm and peaceful water you are looking for, and you are radiating that as you go on YouTube one day daily. So round into your friendship, we are excited to see where your channel goes, where your business lines go, right? And what are you doing in the background that we don't know about, right? So we are excited, Teresa. Take those wounds and bring them to the wisdom of others, and you are see yourself, your energy blossom as you step into that role that you are creating for yourself, that you are supposed to be, right? Anybody who is a teacher in this universe, it is in your blood, right? You are doing what you are supposed to be doing. If you are teaching love, right, and you are doing it. So you are that. So you are in a really good spot, and we are seeing it blossom for you, Teresa. We are thankful and keep doing what you are doing. And if you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing to her channel, please. All right, thank you. I'm grateful. Teresa, keep on doing what you're doing there. Good stuff. Next would be Jolly, and then we have Anna, and then off the hook. And so let me find. I think I have Jolly's start here as well, and as long as it'll shrink the screen, which has been. Oh, we just did. All right, we'll find it though. They've rejiggered this and they do it all. There we go. There's Jolly's question. All right. So we have your question here, Jolly. If you would like to jump into the chat to say hi, just so we know that you are here, Millie. And yep, there goes. There we go. Thank you, Saint. All right. So we got that. So we're working here. And there's the start comment. All right. But yeah, the comments for some reason they keep shrinking like this big and then blowing back up. So I don't know what they've done with the algorithm here. But all right. So Jolly, I'm going to pass you off. Thank you so much.
Okay, so hello. Hello, Jolly. Thank you for joining us. And I do see your question up here on the screen. Can you tell me what's coming through for me? Okay. Just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Okay. So let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Let's get one card for you, please. Let's get one. Oh, and I see this one here. Okay, stand your ground is the card that I drew for you. And this is what this card looks like. So I see that you're going through some lessons. There have been some challenges is what I see. And Spirit's talking about these challenges are for our soul's growth. They're to assist us in creating that balanced, peaceful, harmonious universe that you would like to create for yourself. And that you may have things thrown at you that may make you veer off course a little bit, or that have you questioning whether or not you're doing the right thing, have you questioning your beliefs, questioning your worthiness. And Spirit saying, stand your ground in this situation. That don't let the situation and don't let the energy of others around you take control of you. That you control the situation. And that there is light on the other side here. That it may feel like you're being hit from multiple directions, and that no matter which way you turn, you're not seeing the light. But Spirit says there is light here. And I see also the spiritual connection. Spirit's talking about, don't forget that there's a higher power. Don't forget that you are connected to Source and can tap in to this universal energy and can ask for assistance at any time. So just ask for assistance from your spiritual team. Ask for assistance from your guides. But stand firm. Don't allow others to shake you. And let's get a card. What action can you take here? What action can you take to align with this energy? Let's get one card. And I see this one here. Okay. So the card that I have for you here is Rest and Rejuvenate. And this is what this card looks like. And Spirit's talking about go inward at this time. Like just tap into that universal energy, that source energy. Ask for their assistance. Ask for assistance from your guides. And what I also see Spirit talking about is turning off the noise of the outside world. And anything, because I'm seeing like social media, I'm seeing television, technology. So Spirit saying take a break from technology. Don't allow that outside noise to disturb your inner peace. That it's time to go inward. Meditate if you can. Just be quiet. Find some quiet time. That you don't have to be on all the time. We live in a world that is always telling us that we must do and produce. And that's not sustainable. We can't be on 24/7. We have to have time for ourselves. And I see the light around you as well. And I want to see more about what this light is. Okay, so Spirit's talking about going into your heart center, and through your heart creating this bubble of light around yourself, and just feeling gratitude and love and joy. That when the outside world seems like it's stressing you, to go back into your heart center and just feel happy. You don't have to have a reason to feel happy. And that will help to deflect any negativity that's trying to penetrate. And let's get one last card for you. One last card for Jolie James. What is the likely outcome here? One card. And I see this one here. Okay. Memories of love. And this is what this card looks like. So I see you holding the light. And I see you sharing your light and spreading joy. I see some heart healing. And also things coming back around, that maybe things didn't go the way you wanted them to in this situation, but you will have another chance. So you'll have another chance. I'm feeling like uplifting. So you'll have a chance to turn things around. You'll have a chance to heal, and you'll have a chance to make things right. So that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that made sense to you, and I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, there we go. Got to be real careful with the fingers because the screen just wants to go whoop and disappear on me. All right, Jelly. All right, thank you. That was always awesome. Grateful. All right, Jelly. We are grateful that you are here, Saint Germain here, and he is grateful. We are grateful for you being here, standing your ground, right? So change for your soul's growth. So you got to standing your ground. So are you staying the course, right? Stand your ground. When the energies shift around others, it is your job to stand in your frame and not shift to their energies, right? So if somebody is giving karmic energy or heavy energies, then you are to stand your ground, right? You are not to absorb that and become karmic or feel the energies they are throwing or placing upon you, right? It is your job to realize who you are, that they are who they are, whether you are connected deeply to them or not, and stand in your frame, right? Do not absorb anybody else's energies. And beyond, there is light, right? So you are standing in your energies, and if you do, you'll stand on the other side, right? In the higher light, and you stand in your power, which is what it is all about. You are not giving it away by allowing others to smash you down. You are like, I am who I am, and you can say what you want, but it's not my problem. Can you stand in that, right? You can, and you got rest and rejuvenation as well. So you are going inward, right? Remember that source energy. So when you are needing rest and rejuvenation, are you asking your guides for assistance? Are you asking your universe for assistance in general? You are not walking alone. And if any of you think you are, then that's a whole nother deal that you are not alone. And so you are always with your guide. Saint Germain is always there. If you ask for the assistance, it is right there for you. You always have the violet flame as well to assist clearing you if you are not in right space. But turn off all the noise of the world was also mentioned there. So sometimes in order to find your frame, right, and to stand in your space, you've got to put away the technology. So take off those virtual goggles, right, so you can see the reality from your real eyes instead of those goggles eyes, right? And take off the VR so you can see what is real, right, for yourself. So step outside, look up at the sky, right, and step not even in your apartment. If you are going to rest and rejuvenate, we are saying either one of two things: to take a nap or to go into nature to rejuvenate, right? Find yourself. And this goes for anybody who needs to rejuvenate. Find yourself in Mother Gaia, right? In the grounding of that. And in Mother Gaia, you will find your center. So turn off the universe that is not real and step outside into the real universe. We got your outcome, memories of love card. So you are holding the light. Are you bringing in love from another time, right? And you are sharing that love. Are you bringing in memories of love that you are wanting for your current universe? But either way, we are seeing that you are sharing the love and it's giving you another chance, right? Laura's ending there where you are seeing another chance to lift your universe up, to turn things around for yourself and make it right. You always have that other chance. It's how you frame your universe. A lot of us think, oh, we are too old. There's no chances. Every day is a fresh chance. It's how you frame your universe, what energies you stand in. And are you giving your energies, as we started here in the reading, right? So standing your ground. Are you giving away your energies? If you stand in your frame, then every day is another day to uplift your loving, living universe because you are not giving away your energetics, right? Speaking of giving away, you are making a donation to Lara. You are raising the circle and completing the energetics. It is not required, but it is definitely karmic evening out, right? We are grateful. Jolly. It's always good to stand in your frame and you will see. Stand strong. Do not let what other people are saying come into your frame. I am rubber, you are glue, right? Whatever you say about me bounces off of me, and it'll stick to you, right? I am not accepting your negative terms about who I am. I love myself. Remember that, right? None of us, nobody should accept any negative from anybody about anything about yourself. You are source love, and allow yourself to be it, right? That's who you are, and whatever they say is what they are saying. And they are saying generally what is broken about themselves. So there you go, right? All right. Oh, thank you, Jolie. Thank you. All right. So grateful for you being here. And 30. Wow. All right. So during the challenge, I missed 32 messages there. So, but we'll throw that one up because that's the easiest one. Jolly. Thank you. Grateful. All right. All right. So next we have Anna, and welcome, Anna. And let me find your message here. Okay, it should be this way. They're all out of order in here, but there it is. All right, it just said you would like a reading. So if you have anything specific there, Anna, outside of that, you can throw that into the chat real quick. And the otherwise, we have off the hook would be last. If you would, Anna, if you're still here, can you let us know? Yeah.
Yep, Anna just she typed another question here.
There it is. All right. That was perfect. All right. Thank you. Let me start that first and then we'll throw that up. All right. So, Anna, you are up to bat. Welcome and welcome to the channel here, Anna. We are grateful to have you here. And Laura, take it away.
Okay. Anna, I do see your question up here on the screen. And yeah, that is not a good space to be in. Oh, I wish you the best here. So, Anna, I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Okay. And let's get some insight into this situation with the neighbor. See if we can get you some clarity here. Okay. Let's get one card for Anna here. Tell us about the situation with the neighbor. Let's get one card. Oh, and I see this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is Passion Ignited. And this is what this card looks like. And what I'm really drawn to here is the fire. And what I see is that the situation is heated to some extent. And what I see is both sides, you and the neighbor, like your neighbor feels they are right and strongly, and not allowing themselves to hear anything that you have to say. It's like what I'm picking up here is they've shut out your feelings, your voice. And I'm seeing like the energy moving upward. It's like the more that you try to stay in your power, in your own frame, the more fuel I see. It's like the fuel to the fire. Like nothing you've done or said is diminishing anything. And I see their eyes closed as well. It's like they have their eyes closed to the situation. They have these blinders on. And it's like, I'm going to my throat here as well. It's like they want to be louder. They want to be. It's almost like they feel like if they're louder, they're winning, and that's, couldn't be further from the truth. In their loudness, they're just shutting you out. And what I see here is like you needing to put up some type of protection, which is, and I'm not telling you that's an easy thing to do. Because I feel like even with the protection, the way that you're trying to protect yourself, they're still able to penetrate. I'm seeing this energy moving through. But I am seeing this. I'm really drawn to the heart center here. Because what I see is like your good nature being taken advantage of. But there needs to be some type of protection for you. And some distance also is what I see. Distance between you and this neighbor. So let's see what advice Spirit has for you on what action you can take here. What action can you take for dealing with this neighbor? Let's get a card for Anna. What action can you take? Oh, and I saw this one wanting to fall right out, so we're going to go with it. Okay. So what I see here is deception and envy. And that's the card, and that's what it looks like. But they are not being truthful, is what I'm picking up. That unmasking this person is not going to be easy. That you may need to be just as crafty. And not in a negative or abusive way. But that you may need to use some kindness, some sending of love to the situation, but also protecting yourself as well is what I see. Like a wall of protection. And I also see like going around. If there's a way not to come into contact with this neighbor, Spirit's talking about moving away from them. Like, and I don't mean like physically moving to a new location. That's not what I'm picking up. But just not engaging with this person. That may be your best defense. Because some people just are not reasonable. And let's get another card here. I want to get a little more clarity on that. So let's get another card in the way of action for Anna. Other than not being around, what else could you do? How to unmask this person. And I see this card here. Okay. So Spirit's talking about, so the card that I drew is mental conflict. And Spirit's talking about not allowing them to disturb your peace, because what I see here is they're consuming your thoughts, and your thoughts lead to emotion, like they're creating this stress. And Spirit again is talking about the box, like to just build a wall around yourself and not engage. So just confirmation not to engage with this neighbor. And what is the likely outcome in this situation? What is the likely outcome for Anna? Let's get one card here for Anna. And I see this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is moving on. And this is what this card looks like. What I see here is there will be relief but it will take time, and it will take you turning your back on the situation. And I do see one of you moving, and this could be a physical move as well. But I am seeing this separation between the two of you. So, Anna, I know that doesn't sound like the most positive or uplifting message, but that is what I have for you. And I will pull one more card for you because I feel like you could use all the support here that you can get. So let's see what angel can work with you in this situation and get you some affirmations to use. So let's get one more card for Anna. Okay. The card that I drew for you, the message comes from Archangel Hanael. As the grace of God, I can help you connect to your ability to manifest magic through the divine feminine. So I'm feeling like what Spirit's saying is you need to create a miracle in this situation. And Archangel Hanael can help you to do that. And the affirmations you can use are, I am connected to the power of the divine feminine. Harmony and magic fill my life. And I love that affirmation. I think that's going to be a powerful one for you. Harmony and magic fill my life. And Anna, those are your affirmations. So that is what I have for you. I am wishing you all the best. And I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, I'm here trying to get the screen to got to figure out all the changes that they do to StreamYard in between you're doing a stream. All right, and of course, gratefully, there's been a car alarm going off the entire right there. Your parking lot's right there, and out that window. And there's been a car alarm going off the entire reading, and it just ended, gratefully. But otherwise, yeah, you'd be hearing this big beep and going, yeah, crazy. It's been a really weird energies going on. All right, Anna. All right, we are grateful, and let me find your. There we go. There we go. You got 2 pages here. I don't like the flip because they get blocked, but all right. So we take notes, right? All right, Anna, welcome and thank you. It's great to see you, have you here, and we are grateful. All right, Anna, we are grateful. And Laura, you made another amazing reading. We are the Hatfield and the McCoys. Do not turn this into the Hatfield and McCoys. You are not allowed to start bringing your family over and start karmically shooting. We are not waving flags. You are not going to burn their barn down, right? And you are not stealing their pigs. As the stealing, you can go watch the show, right? Do you remember the show from the early 2000s, the Hatfield and McCoys that won Emmy, a good show. So you can watch that to see what not to do, right? All of that. We had governors involved. The president got involved. We are not bringing the president into your situation either, right? We are not going to make it a national emergency or consider bringing in the army, right? With the Hatfield and the McCoys, right? So no army is coming to your door either. But when you have a problem with a neighbor, that is not the easiest thing to deal with because you have to see them, right? It's not like a problem or a coworker, for example. So in this case, we are sending you energies of love, right? So it is your job to only go outside when he is gone, right? So you have to monitor their car and only go out. No, not at all. You have to stand in your frame, right? If it is a direct neighbor and you are seeing this neighbor as you come outside and they are attacking you karmically, it is your job to stand in your frame, right? Couple of things we would recommend, right? Private property signs, right? If you are in a house and they are in a house, if you put in a private property sign and they cross it, or no trespassing, right? And you consider them a trespasser, you can trespass them by the police. It is your property, right? So look, we are not giving legal advice. It is your job to look into that, but those are things we would look into, right? Making your property your safe space, right? We are not saying restraining order. Again, check your legal. We are not giving free legal advice. Josh is not an attorney, and neither is Saint Germain, although we can alchemize the law, right? But nonetheless, in your universe, can you make your universe safe, right? So keep out signs, go away, whatever it is. they are coming to your door trespassing, right? If they're on your property, then they are trespassing if you put up these signs. So you can do things like that, for sure. But so from your end, stand in your frame. If you have to communicate with this person, remember you are strong. You are source love. Call in Saint Germain and the Violet Flame. Call in Mother Isis for a pyramid of light protection, right? Call on Archangel Michael to wield his sword of blue light to protect you and to remove any karmic energies. And of course, use your Violet Flame 10 to 10 to clear out his energies, right? So protect yourself. So Laura was saying the actions to take would be to protect yourself. So from your end, do what you have to do. Walk around, go out when they are gone, wait till you hear their car gone, whatever. We want to try to avoid conflict as best as possible. And your action card is moving on, right? So somebody might be moving on from the situation. As Laura said, she might see you deciding to move. But one thing is to claim your property as your safe space. How you have to look into your local laws, look into your township or city. How do you privatize, right? Make your property no trespassing, right? So you are here, and I don't want you here. You are trespassing, and I can trespass you with the police, right? We are not saying we want to get them involved, but if you are feeling threatened in any way, we are saying maybe you want to consult the law in this option. If you are feeling threatened physically, or your property has been threatened, or your pets, or what have you. But we are sorry. We want to, it's one of the 10 commandments, right? Honor thy neighbor, right? Treat your neighbor as with same love you would treat anything else. There's no commandments, but nonetheless, the 10 loving things you would want to do if you are living as a loving soul on planet Earth. So remember, be the loving souls. Take the higher ground, right? When they are cussing, if they are cussing at you, give them love. If they are threatening you, stand there and tell them you love them, right? Well, be careful, because that could be karmic from them. But you understand what we are saying, though. You don't want to get down into their energy. You stay as source love. And if you need to, do what you have to do, but you protect yourself, your property, your family, and the avatar, which is what is keeping you on planet Earth, right? So however you need to do so. But we are grateful. We are, Anna, we are hoping that we see it in a better situation there, and that better days are there. You know what? One thing you can say, right? This does work. Thank you, universe, for removing my neighbor from my frame. God, I never want to deal with, thank you for removing this karmic energy from my universe. Watch what happens. We love you. All right. So thank you, Anna. If you're there and you want to put a comment in, we are grateful. But thank you. Favor, whatever happens there, Anna, big favor. Having a nasty neighbor, and I had a nasty neighbor in my apartment in Cincinnati or in Kentucky. Was not fun. If she heard just the TV on it, and I had on volume 10, she would call the police, and they would come out and tell her to knock it off, to stop calling the police. But they wouldn't bother me. They just come to my door and say, "Yeah, your neighbor called again," and then they'd go to her house and tell her to stop, or they would arrest her. But that's the kind of neighbor I had. So yeah. So favor to you. Getting a knock on my door at 1 a.m. because I'm watching a movie. And the cops are going, "Yeah, we're going to go talk to your neighbor. She said it was too loud, but we can hear it. We can't hear it from the hallway, so we don't know." But at any rate, yeah. So favor, we've all been there in some sort of aspect there, Anna. So we love you and favor. All right, off the hook. You are next, and I got to find your question. I know it's in here. There it is. And big favor to that there. Ooh, favor. We love you. Thank you for sticking around. Aloha. I know it's late, getting late there. You're in Hawaii there, so favor. And I know it's yep. We're grateful to see you here, and I know your question there. That's so big favor. Off the hook. Welcome, and thank you for coming. And yeah, welcome to the family. All right, I'm gonna pass Laura on here, and there we go.
Okay, off the hook. Thank you for joining us. I think this might be the first time I've seen you here. I know I've seen you on Truth Wave, but thank you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, and I see your question. Will you see your brother again in this lifetime? Okay, so I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Off the hook. I get the feeling you don't open up easily to other people. but that's okay. I can feel your energy now. Okay. All right. Let's get one card for you. What is the situation here? Let's get one card. What is happening with Off the Hook's brother? And I see this one here. Okay. What I see is there was some type of... So the card that I drew for you is conflict and defeat. And this is what this card looks like. And what I see here is that there was some type of falling out. Perhaps a misunderstanding or just things not working out in a favorable way. And I see a separation, moving away from each other. And I see this moving away from each other was also a physical move. That perhaps one of you moved to a new location. Which made communication a little bit more difficult. But I see like not understanding. And I don't feel like this is on your end. I feel like with the brother, when I pick up on his energy, that he doesn't fully understand you or the whole situation. That perhaps communication is a barrier. And yes, I feel like this energy, like this pulling apart energy. So I'm not... I see that there was a change. And again, I am still picking up like a change of location. Okay. And I want to get another card here to clarify and pick up a little more on this situation. Okay, so you're saying you don't know where he is. So that's why I'm picking up like this moving away, because I see one of you in one direction and one in the other direction. Like there's physical distance between you. And I don't see any immediate reconnection. I don't see that in the near future. But that doesn't mean that it won't happen. So what I want to do is pull another card here and see what action you can take to work through this energy, or what more messages Spirit have for you. So let's see, what else does Spirit want you to know about this situation? Okay. What else would Spirit like you to know? I'm seeing this card here. Okay. That's the one. Okay, so the card that I drew for you is wisdom. And this is what this card looks like. And Spirit's talking about not giving up hope. To continue looking towards the light. And I see this, I'm seeing a book and a journey and a journal. Loyalty, the word loyalty is coming to my mind. And I see a house here. Okay, so what Spirit's talking about is retracing steps. That sometimes going back to what we already know, going back to the past, because I'm seeing the past. What information you have that perhaps you can build upon that. Because what I see here, what Spirit's showing me very clearly is I'm seeing a house, I'm seeing shelter, and I'm seeing your brother in this house. So Spirit wants you to know that he is cared for, that he does have shelter. And again, this book, that perhaps writing down the pieces of information that you already have. And sharing that with others. Could assist in leading you to him. But again, what I see here is like the back is turned. So Spirit's talking about there's been changes. Changes in your situation, changes in his situation. And that could be part of what's blocking any connection at this time. But again, I'm really drawn to this book. And this book is about, because again, Spirit's talking about writing down what you know and sharing it with others. And what did you write here? I will try to research what the state did to him. He's not looking for us at all. Okay. Okay, so that may be why I'm seeing like the back turned. So one of you is trying to walk towards the other, but the other's not. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here? What does Spirit see as the likely outcome here? Let's get one card. What is the likely outcome? And I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So Spirit, the card that I drew for you is patience and planning. So what Spirit's saying is don't give up. That what I see here is weathering the storm. I see time, I see the seasons changing, but I also see the light, and I see like this ladder. But with patience and a plan for reconnecting, that there is the possibility that you could reconnect. But I'm not seeing it immediate. I'm seeing it could take years. It's slow moving, but not to lose hope. And that's the big message that keeps coming through is Spirit saying, don't lose hope. To focus on the light, focus on looking forward. So off the hook, I know that was not an easy reading, but let's see what angel can assist you here. Let's get a card for you. What angel can assist here? Okay. Let's get one card. Okay. So your message comes from Archangel Raphael, and Raphael is the healer. Raphael assists with matters of the heart. As a vibrational matchmaker, I can draw deeply powerful relationships into your life, both romantic and platonic. And the affirmations you can use are, I am worthy of unconditional love. I open my heart to love's infinite possibilities. So those are your affirmations. So off the hook, that is what I have for you. I am wishing you all the best in this situation. And sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right. Thank you, Larry. Ooh, off the hook. Favor to you. Favor. I don't have any siblings, so couldn't imagine having one and not being favored. You have my heart goes out to you. Saint Germain here. We are grateful for you. Off the hook. All right. So, one quick question: if you are looking for somebody, you can always, and we do not know your finances or any of that, but if you are really looking for your brother, you can always hire a private detective. Most likely, you will find your brother. Generally speaking, we are. If you are looking to find him, then we would say the easiest way would be to, unless he is Kippa and locked by word of the state, right? But we are saying if you hire a private detective, within a couple of days, you might get an answer. But otherwise, yes, if you are going to go out there into the universe, right, then look for your brother, then you wait till the energies come in. But if you want to move the energies, then you can spread the money, right? You can hire a private detective to get the address of your brother, like finding a lost person. There's probably somebody in your area. But Favor, if he is pulling apart, though, the question you have to ask yourself is, Favor, first off, to your brother's health there, and have you seen him since the accident and whatnot? And is this an it's got to be hard, right? So this is kind of, for even for Saint Germain to explain, to suggest anything, it's tough because the same time you are looking for your brother, then he has no frontal lobe. Will he remember you? So this is a heavier energy than just that. So keep that in mind. I'm sure you want to see him to make sure he's okay. But keep in mind the emotional aspect of seeing your brother after time, and then the no frontal lobe has been, it's been damaged. Will they remember you? Most likely they might. But so keep that in mind as well. If you are prepared for what you will walk into, but we understand you want to see your brother for sure. So as long as you know that he is cared for, right? So that is a good thing. And if Laura is seeing him with his back turned, it's not that he may not want to see you. He is just in his situation and not. You remember though, if his frontal lobe has been damaged, his memories of you are not the same like you would have like you have of your brother or having a brother, right? His memories could be completely. You could be there, but you may not be there. We don't know. So don't. The big thing Saint Germain is saying is try not to hold any of that personally, right? You are not. He is in another universe completely separate from all of us if he has no frontal lobe, and so do not hold your universe or his together in that aspect. It's kind of hard there, right? But if he is pulling away, or if Laura is seeing that, the energies of that, he is with no frontal lobe. We do not know what he's remembered or not remembered or any of that. So it's kind of tough there, right? So from your end, if you are looking to find him otherwise, just retracing the steps from your past, maybe going to the state directly as well, or would be helpful. But the easiest way, of course, it takes money, of course, but to find a private detective who can, do their work, however they LexisNexis, what have you. And if you can get LexisNexis access to that, you could do that too, right? That's the easy way. That's what the lawyers use, right? To track down people, tracing system. But otherwise, yeah. Favor, we do not envy off the hook. We love you, but favor, it was not an easy situation there. And favor to your brother. It's hard when you love somebody, but you do not know where they are, and you want to make sure they are okay and their universe is going well. And all you can do is just feel it inside in your heart. Keep sending the love, right? And keep imagining. You see that reunion together, right, in your third eye, and feel it. And it will happen one day if it is meant to, and of course if you put the energy to it. But the quickest way, of course, is to hire a private detective. But either way, off the hook. Welcome to the family. We are grateful to have you here. Please come back, see us in the dawning, and we will see. We are grateful for you, and we love you. So, all right. Everybody who gave a reading here, got a reading here. We are grateful. If you would consider a donation to Laura. Laura is going to close this out here, and it's been over 2 hours. I'm going 2.5. And her energetics are amazing, and we are beyond words grateful to have such awesomeness grace us once a week, and it's just been better and better. And thank you to Mercury retrograde there for all of the wonderful interruptions. We are grateful that you let us know when our universe is not is nice and smooth, right? And not. So I'm going to pass it off to Laura. She's going to do a pick a card here, and we're going to close out. Again, I will leave Laura's information here while I'll zip it off the screen when she shows the card. But if you want to consider a donation, that would be blessed. If you have energetics that you are looking to either attune or a question that you wouldn't want aired on YouTube for sure, then definitely consider getting a reading or getting some Reiki with Laura as well. If you've not seen her website, it's amazing. Her prices are amazing. And as you can tell, her energetics are even more fire than her website. So Laura, thank you again. I'm going to pass it off to you for our final pick a card here.
Okay. Well, thank you all for being here tonight and for staying with us right through to the end. I really appreciate you. As I've said many times, without all of you, Josh and I would not be able to do this show. So thank you. So now what I'd like to do is get a personal message for each one of you. What I would like you to do is choose a number between 1 and 3. So you're going to choose the numbers either 1, 2, or 3, and we will see which angel wants to work with you this week and what affirmations you can use to assist with that work. Okay, so I'm going to get a card for number 1. If you chose number 1, okay, stop. If you chose number 2, let's get a card for number 2. And if you chose number 3. Okay. Well, we have some repeats. If you chose number 1, your message comes from Archangel Hanael. As the grace of God, I can help you connect to your ability to manifest magic through the divine feminine. I am connected to the power of the divine feminine. Harmony and magic fill my life. So those are your affirmations, number 1. If you chose number 2, your message comes from Archangel Raguel. As the friend of God, I can bring compassionate, uplifting people into your life who support you professionally and personally. And your affirmations are: helpful people surround me everywhere I go. I attract friends who love and support me. So those are your affirmations. And if you chose number 3, your message comes from Archangel Uriel. Call upon me, the Archangel of Epiphanies and brilliant ideas, when you need spiritual messages, revelations, and magic. And your affirmations are: my life is full of magical moments. I see signs and guidance from the angels in all that I do. And those are your affirmations. So once again, everyone, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you to all of you who stayed right through to the end. I really appreciate your time and your energy. If you liked what I did here tonight and wish to book a personal reading or a personal Reiki healing, you may do so on my website, letspiritguide.com, or you can email me info@letspiritguide.com or laura@letspiritguide.com. Either one will get through to me. You can follow me on Instagram @letspiritguide_. If you enjoyed the show and would like to make a donation, you may do so through my Venmo, which is Laura Bennett -229, or my PayPal, which is Laura Bennett 1111. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I'm sending you all so much love, so many blessings. Stay positive, stay happy, stay healthy, and as always, let spirit guide.
All right, guys. Thank you all. Laura, amazing as always. We are grateful.
Thank you.
Mercury retrograde, thank you as well. Thank you for showing your wonderful gifts as well to us tonight. Car alarm and yeah, exactly. Hey, well, you know what? We gotta. What's that?
I said technical difficulties.
Yeah, you know what? If we don't love it, then we can love it all, right? And just the
Mhm.
fact that I always look back trying to download a song from LimeWire back in the day when it took 3 hours for 120 for like one
Oh,
2-minute song. Yes. So the
we
fact that
were
we can.
so patient.
What's that?
We were so patient back then.
I know, right? You get the picture, it'd be like chunk, chunk.
Mhm.
I'm gonna download the family pictures and then go to sleep, and I'll wake up. They'll all be there.
Right.
Remember that? Exactly. So yeah. So it's the fact that all this works generally, just plug and play these days, and we've done this for almost 7 months, 8 months, and with like 1 or 2 in a row.
Right.
Grateful. Exactly. So guys, thank you all for being here. It's been amazing. All of you all who got to read, again, if you do want to consider a donation, if you just enjoyed the show, consider a donation, please. Information's right there on the screen. Please do so. And if there's something that's going on in your universe that you don't want aired on YouTube or on you don't want your friends to know or anything, then definitely consider contacting Laura there. Energetics, as you can see here, are Laura's energy. I've had personal readings by lots of out in the universe there. Nothing is as accurate as Laura's honestly ever been. And I mean, when I'm sitting on that last read there with Off the Hook, and you're like, they're not completely understanding. I'm like, I'm screaming like, how much more accurate can you be? I'm literally, I'm like putting, she off the hooks, putting he's mentally, and I'm like putting it in there, like, read, you're like spot on. And so, yeah, if you guys have fire. So Laura, thank you. Thank you all for being here. And Laura, anything else to add before we close out here?
Just have a wonderful night, everyone.
All right. If you guys are new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you've made it this far. Generally, the statistics say if you're watching, it's a rewind or the replay. You did not, but if you did, I love you and thank you. Please comment as well. If you guys want to comment on this, just to for the algorithm, I would appreciate it. Even if it's a this was awesome, or hey, if you have a compliment or a complaint, even we take those, or anything that you would like to put into the comment section there is grateful. We will listen. And so, yeah, we will see you guys next week. If you, again, do subscribe, hit the bell. We are live Monday through Friday at 10:33 a.m. Eastern, 7:33 a.m. Pacific with Good Dawning, where I channel Archangel Raphael, St. Germain, Goddess Isis, Divine Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, and if I want a heart attack, Archangel Michael as well. So, guys, check out Laura's website. Stay awesome. And in 15 minutes, approximately, I will see you all over at the Truthwave Energy Meditation, hopefully, and have a great evening. Thank you, Laura. We appreciate you. All right, guys, have a great night.